Bible verse, Psalms 46:10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." But who is this God that we're supposed to know? What is he like? What are his characteristics? That question used to really bother me. But then I realized that we get a glimpse, we get a taste of who God is with all the different people that we interact with in our lives. All the different people that leave a lasting impact in the people that we are today. No matter who you are, you have an interaction with teachers. Some of us may have good interactions, good experiences. Some of us may have bad experiences. And some of us may have amazing experiences. Right here I have my friend, Luis Soria. Say hi, Luis.
Hello.
Mr. Soria is a first-year teacher, right?
Yep.
A first-year teacher. He graduated from Southwestern Adventist University, and he's teaching currently at Knowledge Seekers Christian Academy. Is that correct?
Knowledge Seekers Christian School.
Knowledge Seekers Christian School, I apologize. How long have you been teaching?
About now, say 7 months.
7 months. 7 months of teaching. That's how you been liking it?
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's hard work. It's tiring, but it's a lot of fun. It's definitely worth it.
What made you want to be a teacher?
So I had a lot of good teachers. It was a learning experience for me because there's some things that during high school that I wanted to be. I wanted to be a chef. I wanted to be a firefighter. Different things. But then I realized I started thinking about a lot of the good teachers I had. And specifically in high school, I had a very, very, and to be honest, an incredible social studies teacher. She taught me geography and world history. And she left such an impact on me, not just because of the subject, not just because of what she taught me or the lessons, but just who she was and what she did in that classroom that left a mark on me, that really inspired me to become a teacher, that really showed me that you can have fun in class, and then you can also mold these minds and kind of guide, these young people toward Christ.
So through the experiences and interactions you had with your own teacher, made you want to have that same kind of influence and experiences with your own students.
Exactly. I saw that it was possible, that because there's like this stigma that school is boring. School, you should be dreading school. That, oh man, I have to
School's
go.
not boring.
It's not. I promise it's not. Not in this classroom. But there's this thought that, oh man, school's gonna be annoying. School's not gonna be fun. And as educators, you don't want to hear that.
So you kind of wanted to change that stigma.
Exactly, yeah. I want my students to have fun learning, that maybe they might not like all subjects, but at least for them to be interested, for them to have like this curiosity. They might not fall in love. I can't make them fall in love with all the subjects, They might have their own little personal favorites, and that's fine, because I have my own personal favorites. Everybody does. But for them to at least be interested, for them to at least, instead of having this hate towards this negative view, have this, flip that around and think, oh, actually that's interesting. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. I would like to learn more about that. That's what drives me forward.
So what would you say your favorite part about being a teacher is?
Ooh, favorite part.
Yeah. Out of everything you do in this classroom, what is your favorite part?
Favorite part, I would have to say, so we have this thing called the aha moment. Yes, exactly. So when students go, aha, okay. That's basically what it is, for example, if a student has been struggling with something, with a concept that they've just been,
like math,
battling, like a math concept that they just couldn't get, and they've been struggling, they've been working, but they couldn't get. And then I've been trying to show them new ways, and it's not been working, and then finally I get to them in some form or another, and they go, aha, and you see like that, their face brightens, and they're all of a sudden they become excited, like they start changing their mentality from it's too hard, I can't do this, to wait, I know how to do this, I can do this. And that's to me, that's my favorite part, because that shows that I did something to change that negative mentality.
That's really cool to me, because his favorite part, what he's basically saying, his favorite part is the success of his students, and I just think that's awesome. It's someone else's success is what makes you happy, and that's really rare nowadays. So as a teacher, I only see you on Fridays when I come.
Yeah.
So on a day-to-day, what does your day look like? On a short,
short little snippet of my day. So I'll get up early in the morning, have a little devotional, start my day off right, because in the classroom setting, you can't start a day without Christ. So get up early, get ready, have this, start off with the right mentality, because you don't want to start off and the kids start noticing that if you're in a bad mood, if you're
your
angry,
mood reflects how their day is going to be,
and your students pick it up easily. I've had days where my students say, "Oh, you're in a good mood today. Oh, you seem kind of mad, sad."
Do they pick that up kind of quickly, or do they?
Yes, they're very receptive on that.
Okay.
And so that I try to start the day off like that, in a good mood, in a positive mood. I try to, even if I feel like my day's gonna go bad, I can't have the students feel like that. I want them to have a good day, right? I want for them to feel like school's sort of a safe haven for them. They can come to school and feel comfortable and feel happy.
So after you have your devotional and after you come in, what's the day look like?
So I'll have them started. I'll have them assignment for them on their desk, and they usually while everybody else is coming in. And then, so they all have jobs technically, and I kind of pay them fake money.
Okay.
Yeah, not real money. I don't have that.
Yeah, that's illegal.
But they have jobs, so they some of them do that in the morning, and then while we get everybody, settled in, everybody come in. Some people, come in a little bit later. So I give them time to arrive and get ready for the day, and then I'll start off with English, language arts, and then I'll move on to math. Math, we have recess, and so I usually start with the harder subjects first, because in the morning, they get out the way, and they're kind of,
they're easier to tame before recess. That's what you're saying.
Well, yeah, and recess is kind of their motivation. I just tell them, this work should be done, and they know that the work should be done before recess, and that kind of drives them forward. And I'll give them little reminders like, hey, in 30 minutes is recess, make sure your work's done, and all of a sudden they just, quickly go back to working. So it's, in that sense, it works. So we go to recess, play soccer with them. They love soccer. That's all they do. There's no day that go by where they're not in the field kicking the ball. And so at recess, after that, we come back for another half hour, do a little bit of reading together, and then we have lunch at noon. And then after that, we have Bible. And I like to have Bible after that because it's after we eat and it's a little bit settled down and we can actually relax and dive into the Word. So we have Bible. And then we have either science or social studies, depending on the day. Tuesday, Thursday, we have social studies. Monday, Wednesday, we have science. And I like social studies, so it's my favorite part of the day. Yeah.
So you like to end with that?
Yeah, I like to end with that. And then I'll stay here after.
So you even stay after they leave?
Oh yeah.
So being a teacher doesn't stop.
Oh no,
never.
Okay. There's been some days I leave like at 8, 7.
Doing what? Grading,
planning. Some days I'll just be stuck with a bunch of stuff I have to grade. Some days,
it's like you even take your work home with you too, right? Like
I've done that before. I've planned at home. I've taken some books home before. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
It seems like a lot. It seems like a lot of work, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but it's worth it.
What do you consider your biggest challenge? Is it that part, or is there something else?
No, because after being a student for so long, the little tidbits of homework doesn't seem that bad. To me, probably the challenging part is changing the mentality of some students who just come in here already with a negative mindset, if that makes sense. As in, I don't want to be here. I'm only here because my parents are making me come here. I'm only here because
we weren't like that, right?
Oh no, we were scholars. We were sitting in front of the front of the
so
teacher.
Do you find that sometimes the kids have like kind of a negative view towards school, maybe because of they had a bad day at home, or what do you?
Yeah, and so you try to kind of analyze that, like why are they having a bad day? Are they frustrated just to be frustrated, or are they frustrated with something at home, something that happened here? You try to analyze what happened to try to fix that and see if you can help them. If it happened here, you kind of just try and fix it. Try to help them analyze the situation. Sometimes kids come in here and they had a rushed breakfast, so they didn't eat much. Right, and so you kind of let them eat a little bit of because they have like a little snack sometimes, so you let them eat a little bit of that, and get them in a brighter mood.
So I guess your biggest challenge is dealing with the different backgrounds and emotions and ups and downs that each kid has.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's tough. But on a brighter note, what's the most rewarding part of the job?
The most rewarding. I would say, and this is, because I'm a first year teacher, so it hasn't happened a lot, but just to see that sometimes students will, something that I taught them long ago, that they picked up that they just love, and they come back and they say, hey, thanks to you, I learned it, and it's fun, and they use that at home. And I had some parents come up to me, and they're like, hey, my son or daughter just won't stop talking about what you did. You know, they love some of the science experiments we did, and they always talk about it at home. And some parents come like, hey, they love this. You know, keep doing what you're doing. And so that's like my reward, that they actually liked what we're doing in here. They liked learning, and so to me, that's worth it.
So them enjoying themselves and having fun, and not only that, but applying that in their own lives. That's what makes it rewarding. That's what makes it worth it.
Yeah, like for example, we did the states of matter, right? So like solid, solid, gas, liquids. Yeah, exactly. And so we had a little activity where, you know, you try to find different, you know, ways where you use liquids, gases, you know, things like that. And a parent came home and came here and was telling me that their son was just like pointing out, hey, this is solid, this is liquid, this is gas. And like on the way home and sometimes on the way from school, like they would just point out, you know, oh look, this water is liquid, but then it'll evaporate and turn into gas. And so like they were telling me how much that really stuck to them because of like some of the activities we did. So to me, that's the reward.
That's awesome how you find reward from their happiness and them progressing. But man, I'd like to thank you for giving us a little insight about what a teacher is. And all right, this was awkward, but thank you, man.
Yeah.
What is one of the characteristics of God that we can see through the teachers and educators that are all around us throughout our whole lives? From interviewing Luis, something that really, really stood out for me is that every time his kids were happy, he was happy. Every time his kids succeeded, it was like he succeeded. It's a very selfless job. He puts his kids before himself. He takes his work home with him. It's not a 9 to 5. He works hours and hours and hours, even after 3 o'clock. And it's one of those things that it's very selfless. It's very putting others before himself. And no one did that better than Jesus Christ. John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life." To think that God loved us so much, he gave his Son. He put his happiness aside. He put his life aside for us. God is selfless. So when we read, "Be still and know that I am God," we must know that the God that we serve is selfless. My God is selfless.